Hello, my name is Sakari Lehtinen. Let's continue on getting started with simplebim by editing the properties. If the data in an IFC file cannot be professionally trusted, the whole data exchange becomes useless. Just like you double check and make sure that only the correct property values in the correct format are included in drawings, you should do the same for the IFC files. Okay, let's start the editing. Again, the validation will guide you in your work. Choose slabs from the drop-down. Now choose the property with the issues, the construction type. Note that more details about the validation results can be found here in the bottom. There are slabs in the model which don't have construction type assigned. This is naturally not allowed for required properties. Before we fix this, here's a nice trick for visualization to help your edits. Coast all the objects and make sure the speaker is turned on for the property editor. Click on the empty value to visualize the problematic slabs. They are obviously roof slabs. So let's assign the correct value to these slabs by drag and dropping their value on the valid value. Now the slabs are okay. Next, let's fix the issue with the walls. Drag and drop one of the wall objects to the drop down. Choose the construction type property. In the requirements, we have set an allowed value list for the wall construction types. This means that only the green values are allowed to be used in our training project. The values found for construction type don't seem correct at all. For some reason, the Model Author tool has written the correct values to a different place in the IFC file than the receiving application is expecting them to be. This is very common, and there are many reasons why this can happen. It depends on the application, macros, components, versions, in-house model guidelines, modeling techniques you use, and so on. Luckily, this is also easy to fix. Simply find the correct values on the right and drag and drop them to the correct place to the left, in this case to the construction type. You have three options here. Copy will override the target property values with the source values. Merge will override only the empty values in the target property with the source property values. Swap will exchange the values between the properties. Note that this is also something you can automate with templates if you find yourself doing the same edit for every model. Now it's better, but there's still some issues in the values. These should be external wall 1. I drag and drop them to the EX1. Actually, the name is misspelled. I double click it and edit the value. Press enter, and now it's better. Note that here you can also assign new values to the objects. Simply click on the plus icon, type the value and connect the walls to the value by drag and dropping them from the 3D onto it, or on the plus icon. In this case, the new value doesn't meet the requirements, so I assign an allowed value to the objects. Note that correcting and replacing values is one more thing you can automate with templates if needed. Here we did the editing in the object class level. However, many times it might be easier to do it for multiple object classes at the same time. To do this, choose Common Properties or a group from the drop-down. We will look at the groups in more detail in another tutorial. Finally, some Model Author tools write unnecessary prefixes to the values. One more thing you can do here is to delete the unnecessary prefixes. This is done with the cutting tool. Let's do this to one of the common properties. These are properties which are found for multiple objects. Here they can be edited all in once. Choose values with common prefix from the list. Note that you can now edit the prefix to be removed if you like. Click Cut and the values are cleaned. Next you will learn how to combine property values. Open the Value Combiner workspace and continue by watching the tutorial over there. See you in a bit.